Hello again. Okay, so remember I said to you now we're going to be looking at these three bears and Goldilocks. So remember that picture that I showed you. And can you remember we spoke about who was who in the zoo here? So we know that that is Baby Bear because he is the smallest bear. And who do you think that is? That is probably Mummy Bear. And why do you think that that is Mummy Bear? Because she's wearing lipstick, and she's also medium size, so it's probably her. Daddies don't really wear lipstick, do they? Unless it's for parties maybe, but not normally. And this one we said was Daddy Bear because he's the biggest. Okay, so now we can see that they've got their porridge, but poor old Baby Bear doesn't have any shame. And does he look happy? If you look happy, normally your mouth is smiling like this, but he looks like this, so he is sad. And do you think that these bears' porridges are hot or are they cold? They're probably hot, and you know why? Because can you see there's a little bit of something coming out of them, and that is steam. It's steam. I'm just going to move out of the sun here a little bit so you can see better. There we go. And if there's steam coming out of something, then it is probably hot. Okay, so their porridge is hot. And can you see what is this here? Remember there was that clock. Can you remember what we called it? A grandfather clock. A grandfather clock. Like an opa clock. And we call it that because it's very tall, like so. And it goes bong, bong, bong. Can I hear you doing that? Bong, bong. Good. And can you see there's a little bit of porridge on the floor. Sure, Goldilocks made a big mess here. And there's a broom in the corner. And can you see they live right in the heart of the forest because there's a whole lot of trees outside. Lots and lots of trees. Okay, so let's move on to the next picture. And there's that one. And remember we said, oh, there's Goldilocks. And she is awake or asleep? She's asleep. And why do you think she's asleep? Because of her eyes. Her eyes are closed. We don't sleep with our eyes open like this. We sleep with them closed. So we know she's asleep because her eyes are closed. And she's got a little bit of blue on her dress. And how do you think those bears are looking? Do they look happy? Do they look sad? Do they look angry? Are they frowning? No, their mouths are open like this. They are surprised. They've got a shock, a fright, a skrik. They like this. So their eyes are wide and their mouths are open like this because they weren't expecting to see Goldilocks asleep in one of their beds. That's a bit of a cheek. So they were all shocked and surprised like this. And there Goldilocks is still sleeping. And then we moved on, and this is a different room and different bears. They've got different clothes on and a different Goldilocks. Can you see her hair looks a little bit different? And she's awake now because her eyes are open. But can you see those bears, they don't look happy, they don't look sad, they don't really look anything. They just look like they're looking at her. And remember, if you're frowning, your eyes or your eyebrows are going like this. And they don't look like they're frowning. So maybe they get angry later on. Because remember, in the story, they start shouting at Goldilocks. And they say, Goldilocks, get out of our house. And they start shouting and carrying on, especially Papa Bear. So maybe they get angry afterwards. And can you tell me whose room this is? We know it's Baby's room because in the story Goldilocks goes to sleep in Baby's room. But why do you think that this picture is Baby's room? Because of the toys. Mummies and daddies don't really have toys in their rooms, not like this. And can you see outside? How does that weather look outside? Looks a little bit like it's raining, don't you think? Because it looks like there's water coming down. So maybe it's raining a little bit. Okay, so now there's your pictures. So now in the next video, we're going to very quickly look at what our story was and try and remind ourselves of the actual story of Goldilocks. Okay, so I'll see you now. Bye.